Hello guys, welcome back to this new series I'm gonna start called Story Time with Boo or Sunday Story. I have no idea. I don't even care. I didn't do A-level biology, okay? That's how it works around here. In fact, I failed A-level biology. The video in the background is just me playing on walls. I'll probably speed it up or slow it down depending on how well I do. Oh, no, fucking hell. Depending on how long the story is. Okay? So this is how this works. I just tell a story from my life to a video of me playing Minecraft, okay? Okay. I get it, you get it. Makes sense to me. Makes sense to you. Does it? Okay. I'm glad we agree with that. So, this first story takes place when I was 13. I was probably like year 8. Year 8? Yeah. That's about, I don't know. I don't have a clue from America. I don't even care. So, say 13. You understand. I was really sad. I was quite depressed back then. And I always used to want to be a farmer. Because I really, really like cows. They're like the best animal in the world. I always wanted to be a dairy farmer. So I got pretty drunk. I'll admit I was a bit stupid when I was a kid, and I just wandered the countryside like all night. I stumbled across this old man in the middle of the field, struggling to milk his cows. Because by the looks of it, he had really bad arthritis. And I could tell he was in pain. I offered him help, and at first he declined, so I just kept walking. And this plagued on my mind for many days after this, that I could be helping that man, living my dream, milking cows, and this guy wouldn't even have to pay me because I enjoy it that much. So the next day, I went back to this guy. I demanded that he lets me do it. I wasn't sure how to do it. I had to get him to teach me, but it's not that hard. All you do is you pull the finger, nipple. You pull the finger. You pull the nipple, whatever it is, the udder, that's it. And basically it shoots out. It's a bit like masturbation, but with a nipple. If you can understand. Does that make it easier? I guess it does. I'm not very good with metaphors. Metaphors or metaphors. That was supposed to be a joke. So yeah, the next, say, 2 weeks, everything was fine. I just did that. This guy was happy that I was doing his work for him. I was happy. I was doing my dream job, milking all these cows. I even named the cows. One was called Tim, even though cows are obviously females, because the bull is the male one. There's no bulls here, but I named them all mixed gender names. Because I was young, I was puerile, I didn't understand. I didn't know the difference between a man and a woman. I was only 13, come on. So, yeah, Tim was the, he had like a black spot on his eye, like on his actual eye. It was a bit scary, but it made him look really cool. He was probably my favourite cow. There was Sue. That was I could tell Sue because she or he, I have no idea. Oh, it's a she, isn't it? Obviously it's a she. It only had one black spot on her whole body. And then my other one I remember off by heart was Keith. And Keith, he was a brown and white cow. He wasn't black and white like the other dairy cows. He was brown and white. It confused the hell out of me. But Keith, she was pretty cool. All the cows loved me by the end of the second day. I was really gentle with my hands. I can work a teat with my hands amazingly. I'm probably a professional teat puller. So the old man, he walked up to me and said, "You're getting so much more milk than I ever did. Congratulations." He offered me half of his salary. Well, it's not his salary, his wages. I had to decline, so This man was old. He had nothing else other than these cows. So, yeah, this was 2 weeks longer I was doing this. The old man fell ill, tragically. And he passed away. Pretty. It still gets to me. It still gets to me. This is a true story, so you have to keep remembering that. And it's fine. It's fine. Compose yourself. His family took over the farm. Told me I couldn't work there anymore. Evil people. They were. They weren't very nice people. Out of the whole will, all he left me was this stone. I don't understand why he left me a stone, but I didn't understand why he left me a stone. So we'll get onto that bit now. In his house, he had this. It's like a bowl. I never knew what it did, why it was there, but the family let me come back around the house because after a couple of weeks they decided they were too lazy to run the farm and they wanted me to do it again. But I obliged because these cows were like my best friends now. I had no other friends. Just imagine this, yeah. 13-year-old boy, no friends, loves milking cows. That was my life. That was my life. How many years ago was that? 5 years ago. So Minecraft wasn't even out then, tragically. Otherwise I would just be playing that, milking cows on there. But that's what I do now. That's why I got so many cows, but I have to milk every single one of them. I've got names for all of them: Tim, Keith. What's the other one called? Forgot. But yeah, I still had to stay with me because obviously this guy meant a lot to me. I loved him. Not as in sexually, but I loved him like a dad. Would that be right? But I never touched my dad's penis. I mean, yeah. The stone got really hot as I walked up to the bowl. So it was burning my hand. So I just put the stone in the bowl, and suddenly everything went black and white. Everything went black and white. It was absolutely crazy. And there he was, stood in front of me, exactly how I remembered him. 5'8", long grey hair, slightly bald patch on top, slightly underweight. I remember how happy I felt. My heart, just, oh my god, probably the best minute of my life. And he said to me that I am no longer alive, nor am I dead. That I am in a dimension that this is where they go to be tested. It's not purgatory as such. It's this where souls go to be tested. And he said that as long as I stay here, I'll be immortal. But he said as soon as I go, he will go to hell for giving me the stone to go there. So naturally, I went and looked for authority, tried to challenge them, change their views on life. By now I was missing the cows quite a lot. I probably stayed in there for about an hour. Everything was black and white. Everything. Just imagine that right now. No colour. No nothing. Well, yeah, there's obviously stuff. Just no colour. No colour. And I said to him, I'm sorry, but I've got to go. The cows need me. He patted me on the back. He ran his hands through my hair, looked me in the eyes and said, I know, we were not meant to be together. You're meant to guide them. I will see you soon, he said. He said, take the stone, destroy it. I took the stone out the bowl. Everything went colour again. He disappeared. Now I knew I'd condemned him to hell, but the cows needed me, you know. People relied on me for that. People relied on me. I helped people. Yeah? I took the stone. I ran 3 miles north. I know it's north because I used to have a compass on my backpack. And I threw the stone in the road, hoping something would crush it. And a cyclist cycled over the stone. His front wheel buckled as he went over the stone, and he went flying over the handlebars. Smashed all of his face in along the ground. He probably slid about 5 meters. I felt so bad. This guy was in so much pain. He was crying. He didn't know what happened, and it was all because I threw the stone in front of his bike without meaning to. This guy then proceeded to ring the police, and by this point I was pretty worried that I was going to go down because criminal damage, grievously body harm. I don't even know what I was going to get done for. So I proceeded to take the stone and I smashed it around the guy's head 5 times. 2 times he was on the floor. 3rd time he stopped speaking. 2 extra times just for luck so he wouldn't ring the police again. And as I did this, the stone merged into his skull. Like, this wasn't from me. It did it on its own. And everything went black and white again. And I saw the soul of this guy go into the stone. And then the stone just dropped back to the floor. And when the colour returned to the world, the guy's body was gone. So was the bike. And I was in my house, sat on the floor, crying. So I knew now that this stone had something to do with evil and taking people's life. I was a murderer. This stone had changed me. I didn't know what to do anymore. I tried so hard. To get rid of it. It kept coming back to me, and I don't know why. Some things you just can't explain, you know. Just can't explain. I still have the stone. I hear the guy's thoughts. The guy I killed on the bike. The old man farmer that never told me his name. They talk to me when I hold the stone. They're crying. They miss their families. I don't know what to do. I can't get rid of the stone. What do I do?